Good morning. Hey, y'all. What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. Ooh, child, my favorite day of the week. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hey, hey, hey. With my whistle. Good morning to everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Let's see who's in the building. Let's scroll back up. Let's see. Sweet Essence is in here first. Good morning, Sweet Essence. Y'all, I'm sorry, my voice. Oh my God. Sweet Essence, good morning. She is first. Rose Ormstead, my backup mom, good morning. SD Warren, Miss Pruitt is in the house. Carla Johnson is here. Gail West is here. Angela Kelly is here. Denise Slay is here. Mary Giles is here. Good morning, Miss Pruitt. Good morning. Lana Thomas, good morning. Dolores Campbell, good morning. Lisa Bell, good morning. Carla Burrell, good morning. Good morning. Reba 0616, Miss T Zeta Mom is here. Adrian Wiley is here. Angela Cuff is here. Bridget J is here. Cheryl Hall is here. Deborah Johnson is here. Siobhan Foster is in the building. Crafting with Your Flamboyant Creator is in the building. Avis Ward is here. Marion's Favorites is here. Nikki B is here. My mod Scorpion Miss is in the building. Good morning. Maria Perry, good morning. Rosalind Davis, good morning. Miss Spoken For, good morning. I know you better let them know, Miss Spoken For. Kim Swinson, good morning. Truth TV Podcast, my other backup mod. Thanks for being here. She's also a content creator. Check her out. Lisa's World, Purple Unicorn. That's another content creator. Thanks for being here, love. Felicia is here. Tam C is here. Woo Woo is in the building. Sheila Bennett is here. Marie Black Givens is here. That's a new name. Good morning, though. Brown Eyes 2024. Good morning. Bernadette is here. Sharon Swain is here. Hope Campbell is here. Shawanda Woodson is here. That's a new name. Good morning. Dolores Campbell is in the building. Cassandra D is here. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning. Kim Jones is here. Darlene Mungum is here. I don't want to say the same names. Vicky B is here. Babette B is here. Vanessa Jones is here. Lachette Pringle is here. That's a new name. Good morning. Good morning. Who said that is here? I see some new names in the building. Welcome if this is your first time. Yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Okay, let's get into the show because we do have one. We got some great topics to run through. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Hopefully you got your coffee and your tea and you're getting where you need to be. All right, let's get into the show, hunty. Ooh. All right, so first topic, honey. First topic. Let's get into it. All right. So a young woman describes how she and two of her friends, you guys, were nearly kidnapped when they went on a trip to Cartagena, Colombia. Okay, what is it, Cartagena? I guess that's how you say that, Cartagena. All right, so let's get into it.
The fact that I'm laying right here, right now in my bed is so surreal to me. You know why? Because I survived a kidnap attempt with my friends in Cartagena, Colombia. Excuse my lashes, y'all. I keep crying. Like, this is something that is so traumatizing to me. And I just decided to share my story because I know so many people who travel and you never would think that it would be you. This is going to be a simplified version. I already told the full story on my Instagram, but I just wanted to share it on TikTok as well. So this should just be a shorter version. So me and my friends met up with a mutual friend that just so happened to be in Colombia. We decided to do a party bus tour. Once the party bus was over, they did leave with their private driver because they had a meal to go eat with their private chef. And we were just like, okay, well, we're going to go grab some food because the food at our resort was nasty. So we ended up going to Casa Palenque. Now, this is not like a random area. Tourists go here all the time. When I tell y'all, it's kind of like, I want to say like a Bourbon Street. I don't know if y'all ever been to New Orleans, but it's basically like a strip. Like, it's a lot of people out there that's been there. It's like, it was a public place. So we ate. I had me a little hookah. My phone did get stolen, so I'm going to include as much pictures as I can, but I really don't have anything to show y'all. So once it was time to go, there's taxis like all over the place, like, you know, to take you home. If you go to Cartagena, Colombia, do not trust the yellow taxis whatsoever. The first taxi we went to was trying to charge us $50, and we was like, no, we don't want the $50. After that, we went with the second taxi, and it's crazy because he charged us $50 too, but we was just like, at that point, it was like, okay, honestly, if we keep trying, they're all going to charge us $50. We just wanted to get home. Our hotel was about 30 minutes from where we were at in the city. So we was just like, okay, forget it. We're going to go ahead and take it. So we told him where we were going, and he said, okay. He never put in his GPS. We just took that as this is his city. I know my way around my city without a GPS, so that's why we didn't think anything of it. So people told us that the Ubers was illegal. That is the only reason we were taking taxi. How we knew that Ubers weren't illegal, we would not have took a taxi. We just thought that it made sense to take, what was legal. We weren't trying to get in trouble in a foreign country. So I'm not going to go into deep details as far as the red flags. I'm just going to give y'all all the red flags that we seen, which led up to the event, and then I'm going to tell y'all the event. First red flag, he did not use the GPS. We assumed that he knew where he was going because this was his city. We told him where we needed to go, but we did put in our GPS the hotel resort so that we could track it. We did that anytime we got in a car with anybody because I don't know, that's just how I am. Even if I take an Uber back home here where I'm from. Number 2, he kept looking back at me. My friend sat in the passenger side. I sat behind her, and my other friend sat in the seat behind him. He kept looking back the whole ride. I didn't know. I'm not going to lie. Colombians, they were flirtatious, very flirtatious. So I didn't know what he was on, but I didn't say anything to him. He did not talk the entire time. Let's start there. He didn't say a word. He kept taking wrong turns. My friend had to tell him, like, hey, no, you're supposed to keep straight because he kept trying to take a left. Oh, no, make a right. Like, our time went up from 23 minutes. We were 23 minutes away from our hotel. It went up to like 25. And then it started going down from there. My friend who was in the front seat, of course, she could see more what's going on in the front. She said that when he was supposed to make a U-turn, which you would have to be in the left-hand lane, he tried to get in the right, and she told him, like, hey, no, you need to get in the left lane. Another thing, anytime you go to foreign countries, when you're in the car with them, they drive hella fast. Like, they have bad road rage. This man was driving slow. It took like a 23-minute ride. It took us about 35 minutes to get there. So now to the attempts. We literally were 5 minutes away from our hotel, y'all. This man drove us 30 minutes. We were 5 minutes away from our hotel. Out of nowhere. Mind y'all, this was a stick shift car. I did mention when we first got in the car, I was like, y'all, I wish I knew how to drive a stick shift. Not knowing that we would actually have to attempt to try to drive a stick shift. He changed the gear and immediately grabbed behind him, reached my phone and reached my friend's phone in a passenger seat. My other friend who was sitting behind him, she was sleeping. So I'm assuming that's why he didn't try to grab her phone as well. Regardless, he has 2 hands. So, even if he did try, it wouldn't have worked. Immediately after, instincts kicked in. I attacked him. She attacked him. So in the process of me attacking him, I'm screaming to my other friend. I'm like, wake up, wake up. He's trying to kidnap us. So she starts attacking him too. So it's 3 of us attacking him from different directions. I feel like he did not expect this to happen at all. Like, he did not expect us to put up a fight like that, y'all. We were going in on him. So at this point, he's trapped in the corner, the driver's side of the car. So he jumps out the car. So at this point, since he can't have all 3 of us, he's at least trying to take one of us. So he comes to the back side of the car. He tries to drag my friend out the car. I told them, I said, y'all, we need to stay together. We're either all going to be in this car or we're all going to get out this car. So he keeps trying to drag her out the car. I'm pulling her back in. He tries that for a good 5 minutes. He couldn't get her out. After that, he comes to my side. Y'all, I got the most damage. Like, he kept hitting me the most. I don't know if it's because I was attacking him the most or what, but y'all, he kicked me in my chest. Y'all, he had steel toe boots on. He kicked me and my friend in the chest, actually, but he kicked me in my chest. He dragged me out the car with my wig. My friend pulling me in. She pulled me in, so that pulled him back in. When he got in, he's like hitting me. He's hitting me in my chest, y'all. So at this point, I'm just literally trying anything just to get out of this situation. Y'all, I bit him. Not only did I grab his balls, I twisted them, and I just kept twisting and twisting and twisting. And eventually he just backed up off of me. So then he tried my last friend. She must have went in on him so bad, y'all. Her nails, her raw meat is showing. I have the picture of that, so I'm going to put that in here. Her raw meat is showing on her nails, like, y'all. So eventually he gave up on that, and he went back to the front. But once all these attacks did not work, y'all, eventually he tried to get back in the car. My friend is in the front. Oh, when he tried to attack me, my friend's in the front trying to drive the car. We were trying to, get out at least out of the situation. And once he realized that worked, he got back in the car, and we were trying to lock the car. We don't know how to work a foreign car, and I feel so helpless in this situation. And y'all, we are on a pitch black road, no street lights, nothing. So he was trying to like drive again. We started attacking him again. You're not going nowhere with us, sir. So eventually he got back and he drugged me out the car. Y'all ripped my whole wig off of me. My knee is scraped up. So then my friends hopped out the car. We all hopped out the car. So all of our phones are in the car at this point. We're gonna pitch black road. So my friend is like still trying to get our phones. And she was like hanging on the door as he was driving. He kept trying to brake check. She was trying to get our phones so bad because we did not know where we were going to go. Like, we're in the middle of nowhere in a foreign country. We were terrified after he just took our phones, attacked us. So once that did not work, he ended up driving off. So immediately, y'all, I'm a mom. My instincts just automatically click in. I'm like, y'all, I understand y'all want y'all phones, but we have to go. He may have somebody waiting to come get us. You don't know who he has with him, accomplices or what. So I'm like, y'all, we got to run. So we just started running, y'all. We just kept running. All of a sudden, somebody on a motorcycle came. I was like, y'all, no, don't talk to him. Like, we just kept going. And I realized it was a security guard. He was trying to help us. Right to that point, y'all, we have no shoes. We have no phones. My wig is off my head. Like, we just have nothing. We realized it was like a security station. They helped us. At first, we were not trusting of them. We did not want to. It was a language barrier, so we could not communicate with them. They were trying to communicate with us through Google Translate. I didn't know if they were in on it, so I did not want to communicate with them. But eventually, we realized I just was praying the entire time. Honestly, when we were running the entire time, I was praying. I was like, God, just thank you, Lord. God, just give me discernment. Lord, give us guidance. Like, I was just like, God, just please let us make it back home to our families. Like, we were all on the same port that if we made it back to that hotel, we were leaving on the first flight out back to Houston. So yeah, eventually, the security people, they got in contact with our hotel and they were able to send a car to come get us. When the car came, it was untagged, y'all. I was not playing with them. He was like, no, y'all, come on, let's get in the car or whatever. And I was like, no, if y'all security guards are not getting in this car with us, we're not going. We will walk back to this hotel because we knew how to get there. It was just a dark, pitch black road, like nothing but trees, woods, like we're scared. The security guard was like, yeah, we'll come. He tried to get in the front. I said, no, you're getting in this back seat, mister. Y'all, we made him ride between us. I made my friend get in the front seat. We had our windows down in the back seat in case we needed to jump out that car, but we made it back to the hotel safe, y'all, immediately. We just like broke down. We were hugging each other. Like, we could not sleep. This is just like such a traumatizing experience. Everybody keep telling us, like, we need to contact the police, the embassy, and everything. Everybody it was a lot. The police came. They eventually went to go check the scene out. And one of my friends, her phone was left inside the car because he did not take her phone. She was sleeping. So we had her updated location. Even still to right now, we can see her updated location because her phone isn't dead. Y'all, they went there. They showed us a random man. They said it was 3 taxis in that apartment complex. They showed us a random man driver. It wasn't him, but they never showed us 2 other drivers. So honestly, I feel like the police was in on it. They tried to actually get us to leave with the police. They said we have to go with him to go with them to identify the man, and we refused. I told them we're not going anywhere. Like, if I go anywhere, it's going to be me leaving here to go to the airport to go home. And I'm so glad I didn't because they could have been in on it. Like, they didn't show us the guy. Y'all showed us one person, but y'all said it was 3 taxis there. Weird. Honestly, with this situation, when I told the story on Instagram, I thought I was good. I thought I was over it. A couple hours that went by. It was about 12 hours later. I thought it was fine. Mind y'all, we literally had only been to Colombia for 24 hours at this point. We arrived at Colombia at 10:30 p.m. on Monday. This happened Tuesday at 1:38 in the morning. We were literally texting each other in the ride the entire time, which is crazy because we literally had just joked about, like, I told her, I said, he acting weird. If he tries something, we're going to take his car. Not knowing that a minute later, he would snatch our phones and we could have been sex trafficked, y'all. Mm-hmm. He literally had 3 motorcycles waiting down the road. But because we had passed them up and beat him up to that point, they didn't come to that point because we were so close to where the security was. They did not want us to get caught. I just want to tell anybody who decides to go to Cartagena, Colombia, if you ever decide, get a private driver. Honestly, I wouldn't even trust the street food. Get you a private chef. Like, do not trust the yellow taxis. Do not go anywhere by yourself. keep the communication with those people to a bare minimum because they scam. Even when we bought stuff off the street, y'all, they kept trying to scam us and overcharge us. This man tried to sell my friend some gas, some Zaza. He wanted $50 for 3.5. For 3.5. Do you think we're green? Mind you, nobody out there was smoking. That was skeptical. He told me, somebody got that sticky icky. No, you kept your sticky and your icky because nobody wants that. My biggest fear was going out here and getting like a stomach bug. I didn't got kidnapped. That was the least of my worries. Like, this is just such a traumatizing experience. One minute I'm crying, the next minute I'm happy because I'm like, dang, I really made it back home. I just keep thinking about how so many people do not make it back home. And nobody understands how I feel in this situation except my two friends who were there with me. It's so many emotions, y'all.
Okay, so she's just going into how she feel after. So you guys heard this. For those of you that travel a lot, especially out of the country, always go with somebody. Imagine had that been her by herself, because a lot of these countries, sex trafficking is a real thing. I mean, who knows? The guy could have been trying to R-word these girls or whatever the case. She's saying that they had some people waiting down the road to traffic them. Most of these countries know that you guys are not from there when you go, or that we're not from. And they prey on people in those situations because they know you're vulnerable. You don't know your location. You don't know where you are. You don't know anybody. You don't know how to contact the necessary people you need to in the event that there's an emergency. So yeah, you become a victim in a foreign country. And then you got to know the laws and rules and regulations before you go there as well. Because what may be, something minor here may be major there. Like we hear a lot of people talking about Dubai. Women over there really don't have a voice. If you get smart with somebody, give them the finger, that can land you in jail. Whereas over here, you give somebody a finger, and so what? So you have to know the rules and regulations where you're going. This is a dangerous situation. I played this for you guys because I know the weather's getting ready to get, really nice, where people are going to start traveling, going outside. I don't have a desire to go outside the country right now. I just don't. It's just too much going on with Trump in office. It's just too much. I'm trying to stay put. There's plenty of places to go within the country where you can go and have a great time and not have to worry about it. But then when you're in these foreign countries with their rules and regulations, it's crazy. And people will try to do something to you. So for them to almost get kidnapped and their phones taken away, like, I don't know what the hell I would do without my phone. My phone is almost my life a little bit. Like, it's been times I've left to go to work and I left my phone. Bitch, I don't care if I'm about to be late. I will come back and get my phone. I need my phone. Like, my phone, I gotta have my phone. So imagine somebody snatch your phone in a foreign country. Like, what do? Everything is in your phone. You access bank information. You got personal pictures. You got phone number. Everything is in your phone. So, this is a lot. So be safe, okay? Has anyone ever got into a situation outside of the country? If you ever traveled outside the country, anyone ever experienced something crazy outside? Y'all can share it in the chat if you feel comfortable enough to. If you feel comfortable enough, you can share it. If anyone's ever experienced something crazy happen to them on a trip outside of the country. Okay. Ooh, child, let's move on. While we're talking about Trump, let's get into him and what he's doing. So the Trump administration, you guys, they're saying must rehire thousands of fired federal employees, according to a judge ruling. Okay. Somebody said, I'm staying on American soil. Same here. I'm not going outside. I'm not going outside America, period. They can have that shit. Says, I'm glad the girls made it back. Yeah, they made it back safely, according to her. All right, so it says that a federal judge has ordered that the Trump administration rehire thousands of probationary workers fired after efforts to reduce the federal workforce, calling the mass firings a sham and unlawful. Now, the U.S. District William, also ruled that agencies like Defense, Treasury, and Veteran Affairs must immediately offer fired employees their jobs back. Now, he criticized the Office of Personnel Management for bypassing legal procedures in the process, and accused the administration of firing workers for performance reasons as a gimmick. Okay. It says that though also ruling forces the rehiring, says that he stressed that the government can still reduce its workforce if done according to proper procedures. Now, it says that the ruling comes after a lawsuit from federal employee unions highlighting the impact of the firings on essential services like national park and veteran hospitals. Okay. I would be the one to fire for unlawful termination in this situation. Okay, I'm suing the fuck out of someone for unlawful termination if I'm in that lineup, like for real, for real. So thousands of people, that's the great news, that they will be getting their work, getting their jobs back, because that's a huge firing right there for the federal employees. Oh my God. Oh my God. So that's great news. That's great news. Trump is just out here just trumping, child. He is out here trumping. People are losing jobs left and right. If you're in the number of those people that are losing jobs, hey, you got to blame Trump. And if you voted for him, he told you what he was going to do before he got in there. So it should not be surprising. All right, let's get on to the next topic because there's more people losing their jobs. Let's get into it, honey. This is crazy. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Whew. All right, so there's more layoffs for those of you that work for the post office. All right, it says the more layoffs. Postal Service signs cost-cutting deals with Elon Musk Dodge plan to cut 10,000 jobs. Y'all see that? 10,000. Anybody here work for the post office? Let's get into it. Now, the United States Postal Service has signed a cost-cutting deal with the Department of Government Efficiency, which is Dodge, aiming to streamline operations. Now, Postmaster General Louis DeJoy stated that the agreement will help reduce jobs and spending, focusing on efficiency despite prior reforms. Child, what is going on? Now, DeJoy highlighted issues like management and Brudenson, regulations which hinder progress. And it says that the Postal Service plans to cut 10,000 jobs through a voluntary retirement program. Now, however, Representative Jerry Connolly criticized that the partnership with Dodge, warning that it could privatize the service and harm rural Americans. You think? So it says that DeJoy, who is stepping down, emphasized the need for future leadership to continue the work. Okay. Are you guys, yeah. Do y'all hear this? It's a praying time, y'all. It's a praying time. If anybody works for the postal services, you might want to start looking for something else. You might want to start tapping into some other things. We talk about this every day. I keep telling y'all, get a second source. Get a second or third source. Third source don't hurt either. Get another source. Do not rely on one source. With the way things are going now, with Trump being in office, so many layoffs that we keep hearing about, federal employees laying off now, 10,000 jobs are looked at to be people being laid off for the Postal Service. That's a lot. What are people going to do? We are headed towards the mark of the beast, you guys. If you don't understand what that is, go and read in Revelations, honey. It's in there. We are headed towards the mark of the beast. How will people survive? It's going to force people to make a decision to get the 666 in order to survive and get food on the table and take care of their families and their children. If you don't have a job, desperation kicks in because you have things that you have to handle. So when you hear about things like this, know, like the old people say, that the time ain't long. Do what you got to do to get where you need to go legally, okay? Don't nobody be out here doing no illegal shit. 10,000 jobs is a lot of jobs, okay? So thankfully, they're talking about letting people who were with the federal jobs coming back, but there's still going to be more layoffs. So definitely get yourself in a position to where you're okay. If a certain job that you have collapse, okay? If a situation collapse, you got to have a backup plan. You got to have a backup plan with a backup plan with a backup plan. We talk about it all the time. That is the way to go, okay? So prayers for it. I'm telling you, I'm trying to tell you guys. Everybody's just out here walking around all willy-nilly like, oh, that's just, nah, it's more than Trump. I promise you, it's Trump, but it's also more than Trump. You got to look deeper. Everything that's going on right now is definitely connecting to what's biblical. And I know we don't like to. A lot of people don't believe in God, and I'm not trying to convince anyone, but it's definitely connected to biblical beliefs. If you read your Bibles, these things are actually coming to pass. Okay, seriously. All right. So yeah, it's going to force people. I've been reading about them getting ready to start putting chips in people. I'm going to go ahead and talk about that while we're on the subject. I was reading a passage where they were talking about people getting chipped to where you, when you go to work, you just wave your hand over something and the chip is in maybe your wrist or, somewhere in your hand, and you wave your hand over that and you can get in. These things are it sounds to me like the mark of the beast. I'm not getting no chip. If you can't give me a badge like everybody else, I don't care. I don't need, seriously, I don't need to work here if I got to be getting chipped in order to get into the job. Like that's bullshit. Okay. Yeah, we ain't doing that. We're not doing that. So now we're seeing that people are starting to get chipped for certain things. A lot of people, I saw something online too where someone was getting chipped where something like a banking or something in their hand, like almost like a debit card situation, but they're chipped where they can wave their hand over the thing where you put your credit card and you can pay for items. I said, that is the mark of the beast right there. Why are people so infatuated with trying new stuff and not really digging into and looking into what they're getting involved in? Like, you're not going to use me for a lab rat. And my ass being out here did something that I shouldn't have done. And that's like a lifelong decision. You feel me? Y'all better read up on stuff. Y'all better kind of check and see that the times are kind of changing. When you start seeing things like this, because technology is taking over, and then people are just so quick to go along, to get along, to oh, this person is doing it, so it must be okay. Yeah, no. Y'all better read up. Y'all better educate yourself. I'm always reading and looking into things. You ain't gonna slip nothing past me. I'm serious. I'm always trying to pay attention to what is going on. When I see things that's a little weird, I be like, okay, let me fall back and read up on this a little bit. Let me compare this with this and see how it connects. You gotta do that. You gotta do that. You gotta do that. So let's move on. I'm telling you. I'm trying to tell you. All right, so let's get into some Real Housewives of Atlanta news, okay? I'm not trying to scare anybody, honey, but we got to be aware. We got to be woke. Let's be woke out here. Let's be woke, honey. The times are seriously changing. And if you're not woke, then you're going to get caught up. All right? Let's get into it. All right, so Shamil from Real Housewives of Atlanta, she talks about Phaedra Parks' return to Real Housewives of Atlanta. She says that I was shocked when she came back to the show, said that you can forgive people, but you never forget. You guys know that Phaedra was fired from the show after she put that lie out about Candy being trying to R-word people and drug people. And she also threw Portia into the bunch as well. So they decided to get rid of her. She made her way back onto TV after she even called Real Housewives of Atlanta a sinking ship. She talked a whole lot of junk about Real Housewives of Atlanta when they got rid of her. So it's weird that she would come back and, be wanting to be a cast member on here again. But Shamil speaks on it. Let's get into it.
Phaedra comes in near the end of the season, but snags a peach nonetheless.
Right. I'm like, oh, okay.
How did you feel about Frick and Frack having their reunion, and did Phaedra coming in then switch up the dynamics on all of you?
I'm a girl's girl. I'm here for it. If Frick and Frack is what Portia needs or Phaedra needs, I support it. There's enough of Shamia to go around. I like to share my friendship amongst new people and old people. Like, the more the merrier. I was shocked when she came back, but welcome. She came with some good energy. Her energy wasn't like it was when she and I last, worked together. So I welcome it. Like I said, you over it, I'm over it. Okay, cool.
Okay.
You forgive, but you don't forget.
Forgive, don't forget. Do you feel like Phaedra has changed for the better?
I hope she has. Again, she came in at the very end of the season, so I can't really speak too much. But yeah, I feel like she came in with a new, fun, inviting and warm energy. So I'm gonna meet you where you are. I'm gonna match your vibe. If you are giving me the good vibes, I'm gonna give you the good vibes and good energy. And until you do different, then we'll just operate in that.
All right. I think she was ready to come running out of Married to Medicine and get back on the mothership. Because those girls gave her.
I know. Oh my goodness. But hey.
Phaedra comes.
Y'all hear that? Shamia's like, look, I don't mind, trying to play nice and be friends or whatever. If Portia wants her to come back, Shamia and Portia are friends. So she said, hey, I'm not trying to be a mean girl and be like, hey, this person don't like her, I don't like her. It's not that. I don't like people to do that, though. If you don't like a person, don't like a person because somebody else don't. Get to know that person, because even though they don't mesh with them, you might. So Shamia and Phaedra might turn out to be good friends. Just because someone else don't like her, don't allow people to control your mind. Just because a person don't like somebody, you can get along very well with that person, and y'all can wind up going far and have a very positive friendship. So I like Shamil this season. Shamil has come a long way. Yeah, I did see her video where she was talking about when she met her husband for the first time. She was trying to, they were dating or whatever. She said she took a crap the first time at his house. I don't know if anybody's that bold to be doing some mess like that. She said she was pretty much marking her territory at his home. And then she turned around to be his wife. Girl, I was like, I don't know about that one, Shamil, but I do like Shamil. She is pulling her weight this season thus far. It's only been one episode, but she is definitely doing the damn thing. I'm here for it. She's getting ready to be putting some music out. I think she said she's going to be doing some acting, and she's going to be working also with Dennis, which is Portia's baby daddy. So Dennis is out here helping the Real Housewives of Atlanta girls move and shake out here. So he ain't just a hot dog, man. He's helping out with albums. He's helping people get some acting roles, because Shamil mentioned that as well in a video that I saw, that Dennis is helping her get into doing some acting. So it sounds like Dennis got some connections, and that he is helping the girls kind of level up out here in these damn Real Housewives of Atlanta streets. So we'll see what happens with that. And shout out to Shamil, because I am a fan of Shamil. Okay, let's move on. Now, this is a very crazy story that we get ready to get into, guys. When I saw this, I said, oh, I'm totally sharing this. We're going to definitely talk about this. Let's get into it. So a Connecticut woman is arrested, you guys, after allegedly holding her stepson captive for over 20 years, you guys. Held him captive for 20 years, made him a victim, and the victim claims that he was locked in a small room and forced, you guys, to drink toilet water throughout that time. Let's get into this news outlet, because, baby, this is crazy. We got to talk about this.
News conference on a woman who is accused of holding her stepson against his will for more than 20 years. Tales of torture, abuse, kidnapping, all coming out of Waterbury. It was all discovered after police say a 32-year-old man set his room on fire in order to escape his stepmother. News 8's Brittany Taylor live from Waterbury this morning with the details. Good morning, Brittany. What more do we know at this point?
Good morning, Keith. Well, we're learning from court documents that 56-year-old Kimberly Sullivan is being accused of locking her stepson inside of his bedroom for decades. Now, her attorney is denying those allegations, but according to police, this 32-year-old man told first responders that he intentionally set his bedroom on fire.
Now, looking at this house, does this not look like a red flag to someone? Why are there no windows, but the house is boarded up? Again, if I lived in a neighborhood and this house was in my neighborhood, this would be a red flag to me. I would be like, okay, one, where are the windows? Okay, two, why does this house look like an abandoned home with people coming in and out of it? Obviously, someone lives there. So what is going on here? Let's continue, though.
Using a lighter, hand sanitizer, and paper because he wanted to be rescued and that he, quote, wanted his freedom. Firefighters put out that fire and brought the man to safety, but he told them that he had been locked inside his bedroom since he was 11 years old.
A news conference on a woman who is accused of holding her stepson against his will for more than 20 years. Tales of torture, abuse, kidnapping, all coming out of Waterbury. It was all discovered after police say a 32-year-old man set his room on fire in order to escape his stepmother. News 8's Brittany Taylor live from Waterbury this morning with the details. Good morning, Brittany. What more do we know at this point?
Good morning, Keith. Well, we're learning from court documents that 56-year-old Kimberly Sullivan is being accused of locking her stepson inside of his bedroom for decades. Now, her attorney is denying those allegations, but according to police, this 32-year-old man told first responders that he intentionally set his bedroom on fire using a lighter, hand sanitizer, and paper because he wanted to be rescued and that he, quote, wanted his freedom. Firefighters put out that fire and brought the man to safety, but he told them that he had been locked inside his bedroom since he was 11 years old.
A news conference on
for more than 2 decades. He claims that he drank water from the toilet because he was only given 2 glasses of water per day. Now, according to the court affidavit, the man says that he was pulled out of school after the school called the Department of Children and Families twice due to him constantly asking students for food during lunchtime because he was allegedly starved at home. Police saying that he suffered prolonged abuse, severe neglect, starvation, and inhumane treatment for more than 20 years. Police say that he did not receive medical or dental care and that he was severely emaciated. They arrested his stepmother, 56-year-old Kimberly Sullivan, whose lawyer says that's not the real story. A neighbor also reacting to this news. Take a listen.
He was not locked in a room. She did not restrain him in any way. She provided food. She provided shelter. She is blown away by these allegations.
For more than 2 decades, he claims that he drank water from the—
Y'all hear that? So if he is emaciated, then why is there no abuse there? How is there no abuse if this child is emaciated and he's at school asking other people for food? Obviously, he's not getting what he needs at home. So let's go ahead and read deeper into this. All right, we heard the news portion. Let's go ahead and read into it. Now, Kimberly Sullivan, who is 56 years old, was arrested in Waterbury, Connecticut, after allegedly holding her stepson captive for over 2 decades. Now, on February 17th, personnel responded to a fire at a home on Blake Street, where Sullivan and her 32-year-old stepson were found. Now, while being treated for smoke inhalation, the victim revealed that he set the fire intentionally to escape, claiming that he had been held captive by Sullivan since he was 11 years old. Now, police discovered that the victim had endured years of abuse, including being locked in a small room with minimum food and water, forced to drink from the toilet, and being connected to the outside world only through a radio. Okay. It said that Sullivan denied the allegations, but investigators found a slide lock on the outside of the victim's door. Said that her attorney, Loanna Colotis, disagrees, stating that he was not locked in the room. Said that she did not restrain him in any way. She provided food and she provided shelter. It says that Sullivan faces multiple charges, including first-degree assault and second-degree kidnapping. Her bond is set at $300,000 with a court appearance scheduled for March 26th. Now, my question is, why is there a push lock or a slide lock outside of his door? What's the purpose of that if you're not locking him in there? Because we only put locks on things that need to be locked, correct? I don't have any doors in my house that I would put something on if it didn't need to be there. I'm just saying. You put a lock on the door because you want to keep someone in or someone or something out. So if police went there and they saw a slide lock on the outside of his door, that would indicate that you are locking him in there. If he was only like 70 pounds or below weight or his normal weight in terms of where he should be, that would indicate that you're starving him. Okay. If you're not allowing him to move about and go where he wants to go when he wants to, that is called kidnapping. You can't hold someone in a room and keep them against their will. That is called kidnapping, to not allow a person to come and go as they please. Okay. And for this to have happened since he was a child clearly shows the mentality of said person, which is the stepmother, and why her bond is set at $300,000. There's obviously something that the courts and the police and everyone else involved in this situation, they saw that was a little off, that made them think that there's some charges that needed to be filed in this situation. Because why are children going to school constantly begging other people for food? Now, it's, you can say, oh, the child is greedy. No, it goes beyond that. If you see a child that looks a little emaciated and they're starved and they're begging for food and they're acting differently than other children, most of the time you kind of got to look into that. I know I used to work with children years ago. I told you guys that as a rehabilitative technician, where I would go into the homes of some of these kids. I would go into the school. I would look at the behaviors. I would document these. If we saw things, that weren't normal, then we would have to report those to law enforcement or to Child Protective Services, whatever the case may be. And I saw a lot of things working in that field. I ain't gonna hold you. I saw a lot of things working in that field. But bottom line is, in this situation right here, you can sometimes tell, most times tell, when there's something off with a child or with a person, period. It doesn't have to be a child. If a person's going through some type of abuse or whatever, you can tell if something's going on with children. When you're talking to them, with children, most children that are being abused, a lot of them, depending on how young they are, a lot of times they will wet themselves out of fear. Sometimes when you're talking to them, if not most times, they will not give you eye contact. They will avoid giving you eye contact because they are afraid. So you have to look for signs. These are things that I was trained to do when I worked as a rehabilitative technician with children. You have to be able to study children. And that kind of helped me in terms of now being a mom, in terms of things to look for in my own child in the event that something happens outside of my home or anywhere else. But my son gonna tell me anyway, because he talks so damn dumb. My son talks so damn much, I ain't got to worry about that. So he gonna be able to tell you, child, if something happens. And he tells you every detail. And I train him to be that way. If someone touches you inappropriate, I want to know who, when, where. So he gives you all of that. So that's how you got to be with your kids. Talk to them. Talk to them. Don't always say, oh, you talk too damn much. That could be a great thing. It could be a great thing for your child to talk too much, okay? Because then that's giving you information that you may need about a certain situation that should not occur. So definitely, watch your kids again. and if you spot anything or something that is not normal with someone else, you see a person that looks emaciated and another person that looks like they are maybe abusing that person, report it. Stop this whole snitching, get stitches, and I don't want to be in other people's business. We're living in a day nowadays, you got to be in people's business. You could save somebody's life. You can save somebody's life, okay? So let's get on, child. This was a lot. I can't imagine being locked somewhere for 20 years. Like, that's literally prison, if you think about it. And speaking of prison, let's get into the next topic. I kind of line my topics up to kind of like stream into the next, and it's kind of almost the same, but not the same a little bit. But speaking of prison, let's get into this topic that I pulled. My goodness. All right. Shout out to It's On Site, the Jasmine brand, Bravo Shade Room. And now we're going to get into the bitch gossip. Thanks so much for this topic. 2 Chicago men who spent 16 years in prison for wrongful unaliving conviction will receive $120 million. I keep saying, if a person is wrongfully convicted, there's never a price that you can put on that person in terms of rewarding them for said time spent that would ever make it right. I mean, yeah, it feels good to get $120 million, but think about all the things that they had to endure in prison for 16 years. That's 16 years of my life I cannot get back. Time is the one thing you can never get back. You can do a lot of things in your life, but if you lose a certain amount of time in your life, you can't get it back. I don't care how much you pay a person. I always say, in this type of situation, $1 million per year should be given. 120 million. I'm hoping that they don't have to split that 120 million, but yeah, I think $1 million or maybe 5 million. You really can't put a price on it, like I said, because think of all the hell a person goes through during the time that they're incarcerated. You're locked in a room like a dog. You're having to eat sucky foods. You can't go out and socialize really like you want to. You can't come and go as you please. You're going through, sometimes the guards can be, a little too aggressive in prison. I mean, I've never been in prison, but I've seen enough prison movies to know. I have a few cousins that's been in there, but anyway, the point I'm making is that there's never enough money that you could give a person, to say, oh, hey, here, you spent 16 years in prison, here, take this. And you're like, oh, thank God, and to where they don't think about that shit. I'm pretty sure they're going to be haunted for the rest of their lives. For 16 years, they spent in prison for something they never did. Let's get into it. According to ABC News, a federal jury ordered that the city of Chicago on Monday to pay $120 million to 2 men who were wrongfully convicted of a 2003 unaliving and spent a combined 32 years in prison, setting a new city record for a wrongful conviction case. Okay. Now, John Fulton was 18 years old and Anthony Mitchell was 17 when they were arrested in connection with the March 10, 2003 unaliving of an 18-year-old Christopher Collazo, okay, whose body was discovered bound with duct tape and partially burned in the back of the yard's alley. Okay, so of course they're saying these 2 guys did not do it, but they were snatched away as teenagers, 17 and 18 years old. Their entire childhood, well, their teen years, their late teen years rather, were destroyed over a wrongful conviction, and they were locked up for years, and they spent 16 years each in prison for a crime they did not commit. Think about how many of our young Black men are in prison right now for crimes they never committed. Women too, not just men. Women too. I keep saying it. We as Black people were enslaved anyway, back in the day. So I don't know why people want to commit crimes, and not saying these guys did, because obviously they were wrongfully convicted. But my point is, why as Black people would we commit crimes to be locked up in prisons when we have been enslaved for our ancestors for years and years and years of slavery? Okay, I keep saying, when do we get some reparations around this bitch? I need some reparations around here. Can we get some reparations for the Black folk around here? But back to this topic here. It's unfortunate that these 2 guys' lives were swept away and taken away rather, and sitting in a prison day after day after day after day after day. 16 years is a long time. It's a long time. Thank y'all for the 20 million that they were paid. Great that they can get out, restart their lives. I mean, that money will definitely help them restart their lives. And my question is, and I see other people putting it here, is it 120 million each, or is it 120 million that they got to split? That's my point. Okay. 60 million each. Is that what we're doing? Yeah, no. That's not enough. To me, I would say that's not enough, but thankfully they were able to get that. What do you guys think? Do you think 120 million is enough for the both of them after spending 16 years in prison? All right. What do y'all guys think? Put it in the chat if you feel like 120 is enough. Put a 2 if you feel like it's not enough. Okay. I don't ever think you could ever put a price on somebody's life being taken away for some shit they never did. Okay. I'm pretty sure they traumatized. They're going to have to spend a lot of that money on therapy for real. Okay. Period. They're going to have to spend a lot of that on therapy for being locked up like dogs and dealing with what they had to deal with in prison. All right, let's get on to this next topic. American Airlines seems to have had an issue, child. These planes, child, I keep telling y'all, it's always a mess with these damn planes. I have never seen so many issues with airplanes since the year of 2025 hitting, baby. Ever since 2025 hit, we've been hearing about so many issues with planes either crashing, blowing up, whatever the case may be. Now we got something else going on with American Airlines. It said American Airlines plane catches fire at the Denver International Airport, child, and passengers had to use the wing of the airplane to evacuate. Let's get into this, child. If it ain't one thing, it's another.
Oh, what happened?
It's on fire.
Yeah. That is scary.
Well, it doesn't look like we're flying out today now.
Don't laugh too hard at me.
Oh my gosh. Those must be passengers. Yeah, it's gotta be.
Yeah, those are the safest stuff.
Yeah, look at them go.
Oh, what happened?
Oh,
It's on fire.
y'all. Yeah. Smoke inhalation and everything. My God.
Oh my God, that might be bullshit.
That's a lot of smoke. It's a lot of people sick from inhaling all that smoke and those fumes and gas fumes and all that. OMG. All right, so let's read up on what it's saying. It says that an American Airlines aircraft caught fire at Denver International Airport, prompting an emergency evacuation, according to witness footage shared online. Now, it said the video showed flames and thick smoke rising beneath the plane as passengers exited onto the wing. Said the airport crews were seen working to extinguish the fire, with later images showing soot on the aircraft's exterior. Now, officials have not released details on the flight number or the cause of the fire. Of course they haven't. Okay. Of course they haven't. Somebody's probably going to be suing American Airlines, okay, for issues with smoke inhalation and among other things. That's crazy to have to exit the damn plane on the damn the wing of the damn plane. Like, oh my God, you know how far up in the air you are on the wing? That would be scary as hell. I mean, I don't really like heights like that. Unless I'll do like roller coasters or whatever, but I'm strapped in. But something like that, hell no. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be getting a lot of lawsuits, and they're probably gonna be trying to do like was it Delta that was trying to offer this little amount that they were trying to give people, was it like $50,000 or something like that, $10,000 for the last situation that they had. I'm just like, listen, y'all need to get this plane shit together, because ain't nobody got time for this. Ain't nobody got time for this. Look at these people standing out on the freaking wing of the plane. Like, who evacuates on the wing of the plane? And then you look at these people over here where my mouse is moving. Like, they getting the brunt of all the smoke. I mean, you guys over here, yeah. But suppose somebody would have fell from up there. Like, that's not safe. Suppose someone who don't have good balance would have fallen off the wing. You know how high that is off the ground? So someone could have been unalive if they would have fallen from the wing of this damn plane up in the air like this. Like, damn. The people that are back here that's closest to the plane, look how much smoke they're inhaling right here. I mean, they're getting it too, but look right here. The people that are closest to the plane, they are really getting it. So think about the health situations that they're going to have to deal with after the fact. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, ooh, child. Sunrise says, she said, my flight leaves at 4:30 p.m. today on Delta. Please do not scare me. I don't want to scare anyone. It says, Carla Johnson says, Caramel, that happened to my brother and he ain't get ish but time. Says it, and that ish have him cray today. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. They say it's a trickle down effect of the orange man firing all those people in aviation. Not only tower workers were affected. Yeah. Another person says that I am planning my honeymoon and we are going to the Virgin Islands, but I'm scared to fly with these planes dropping like flies. I know that's right, Alicia Murray. Pray, honey. Pray. It's always something with these planes, y'all. What is going on? My God. They ain't even left the airport yet and the damn plane already acting up on fire. That's the scary part. Ooh, child. Lord. That's why I say, child, I don't know. I got a flight coming up here in a few months and I'm scared. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm scared. I'm scared. All right. Somebody else need to be scared. If you like Girl Scout cookies, let's get into that. I've never been into the Girl Scout cookies, y'all. I don't know why. People always be trying to sell me some damn Girl Scout cookies. I've never been into the Girl Scout cookies, but let's get into it. They high as hell from what I'm hearing. But there's an issue, child, where Girl Scout cookies are being sued, child, after a study showed some pesticides and some shit in there. So let's get into it, honey. Yeah, y'all pray up, honey. If y'all got to be on a jet flying somewhere, baby, pray, honey. That's all you can do. That's all you can do, because you just never know. You just never know. The flight take off like it's, gonna be fine, and the next thing you know, it's some bullshit going on. So pray, honey. Lord have mercy. It's a praying time, okay? All right. So as you guys can see on my screen, Girl Scout cookies are sued after studies show allegedly finding heavy metals and pesticides in 100% of sampled cookies. Did y'all know that? Ciao. Any Girl Scout cookie lovers in the chat? Y'all let me know. Put a 1 if you are Girl Scout cookie lovers. Put a 2 if you're not like myself. I've never really been into the Girl Scout cookies. Never been into it. I always see them outside, like in front of Walmart and Target and other places like that, selling their cookies. But I've just never been into that. I would be like, no, thank you. Okay, because I've just never been into that. But let's get into it now. The Girl Scouts of the U.S. are facing a class action lawsuit following allegations that their iconic cookies contain harmful substances. Now, I said that the lawsuit filed in New York, federal court references a December 2024 study by Moms Across America and GMO Science, which tested 25 cookie samples across 3 states and reportedly found detectable levels of heavy metals such as aluminum, arsenic. Ooh, girl. Was that cadmium, lead, and mercury, and the pesticide glyphosate in all samples. Damn, child. I don't know what that hell that is. That sounds dangerous. It says that the plaintiff, Amy Mayo, claimed that that she would have reconsidered her purchases had she been aware of these findings and seeking $5 million in damages. It says that the lawsuit also demands that the Girl Scout disclose the presence of these substances on their packaging. It says that in response that the Girl Scouts emphasized that their cookies are safe and comply with the FDA and EPA standards. It says that they note that trace amounts of heavy metals can naturally occur in soil and that the presence of glyphosates is common in many food products. I don't give a hot boiling damn. See, I knew the Lord was speaking to me when he said, Rhoa, do not be eating those Girl Scout cookies, girl. Always say no thank you when they ask you outside of Walmart and Target. And I thank the Lord that I listen, child. See, when you hear that little voice, child, you got to listen to that voice. You got to listen to that voice. Y'all hear that? You got to hear that. They're saying, well, it passed the FDA, so we're going to continue selling these damn cookies. Yeah, no. Y'all hear that? That's a lot of stuff in there. Some of that shit I can't even hardly pronounce. Let's go back to it. 25 cookie samples tested across 3 states and reportedly found detectable levels of heavy metals such as aluminum, arsenic. We know arsenic is dangerous by itself. Cadmium, lead, and mercury, and the pesticide glyphosate. What is it? Glyphosate. Glyphosate in all samples. Damn. Girl Scout cookies are dangerous, I chair. Okay? Oh my God. Y'all hear that? That's dangerous. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. Anybody out there buying Girl Scout cookies, you might want to hold off. If your kids are into the Girl Scout cookies, they selling them, you might want to hold off. I ain't trying to scare nobody, but y'all know we like to do awareness over here. Anytime we see some stuff like this, we like to talk about it. Because a lot of times they try to sweep this shit under the rug and they don't want to talk about it because Girl Scout cookies is high as fuck anyway. And who wants to be out here dying over a fucking cookie? Like, not me. Not me, girl. Who want to be dying over some damn Girl Scout cookies? That's not on my that's not on my list of things to do. I hope it ain't on nobody else's thing to do. Oh my God. Right. Planes crashing and catching on fire. And now Girl Scout cookies are taking people out one cookie at a fucking time. Like, listen, what are we doing out here? My God. Who is making these cookies? OMG. So they don't have any intentions of stopping selling these cookies, obviously, because they throwing out there that the FDA and all these other damn DAs is out here approving these damn cookies, and then it passed the FDA. Child, I don't give a hot boiling damn. I ain't eating that shit. I knew it was the Lord telling me a long time ago, Caramel, do not be eating them damn Girl Scout cookies. I've never eaten a Girl Scout cookie ever in my life, and I don't plan on it. Never, ever had a Girl Scout cookie. Never, ever, ever. And I don't plan on it, especially now. I really ain't going to eat the shit now. I really don't want a Girl Scout cookie now. So F that. Y'all can have them, honey. No God. I'm good on it. Nope, and hell no. Let's move on, honey. Wendy Williams, all right, her dinner and the police report, child. The facility claims that the niece broke the law. We talked about this on yesterday. I found the video where Wendy and her niece are actually speaking on it. All right, so shout out to TMZ TV on this topic. Okay, it says that the facility where Wendy Williams is being housed filed a police report claiming that her niece broke the law by taking her to a dinner. All right, so this is the response in the filing. Let's go.
This is my niece Alex.
Okay. How do you feel about the Free Wendy movement?
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
So our recent events have been unbelievable. Talk about.
We came back from dinner, and apparently police were called. But I was told that at some point police were called because the coterie here was saying allegedly that I took my aunt from this facility and whisked her away without any sort of confirmation or approval, which according to everything that we have learned in terms of this whole situation, wondering exactly how that correlates with the statements that the guardian has made that Wendy is able to come and go as she pleases,
right,
and that there are no family visits that are blocked.
Clearly, they are lying to me when they say I can go out and do what I want to do. This is my niece Alex. She just flew in from Miami. Okay, I just came from the hospital, so we are going out to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate what? I don't know. I'm from the hospital. You know what I'm saying? And of life. Right. And this is what has been done to us.
But we're good.
We're good.
We're back in one piece.
I'm glad to hear. Take care.
These people are going to plead their case. I don't care. This is my niece Alex.
Okay. How do you?
Wendy is zooming out on their ass. Okay, she's like, "What are we going to celebrate? I don't know, but hey, Wendy is funny." So y'all see it there. She only took her out to dinner, and then they went and filed a damn police report. So Wendy's saying, "Hey, the people told me I can come and go. I don't see what the damn problem is." Okay. Period, child. I don't know why is her hover round noticeably a little faster than the other hover rounds I've ever seen. Like, she got a special little gear up on it. She got a little special little switch up under that bitch where she is flying across the pavement like that. Is that safe for you, Wendy? Girl, I have never seen a hover round go that fast, girl, because she just like skirted out real quick. I don't know if she left a little tire mark back there or something when she skirted out. Okay. But I'm playing.
Feel about the Free Wendy movement?
Fabulous.
So
our recent events have been unbelievable. Talk about.
We came back from dinner, and apparently police were called. But I was told that at some point police were called because the coterie here was saying allegedly that I took my aunt from this facility and whisked her away without any sort of confirmation or approval, which according to everything that we have learned in terms of this whole situation, wondering exactly how that correlates with the statements that the Guardian has made that Wendy is able to come and go as she pleases,
right,
and that there are no family visits that are blocked.
Clearly, they are lying to me when they say I can go out and do what I want to do. This is my niece, Alex. She just flew in from Miami, okay? I just came from the hospital. So we are going out to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate what? I don't know. I'm from the hospital. You know what I'm saying? And of life. Right. And this is what has been done to us.
But we're good.
We're good.
We're back in one
I'm
piece.
glad to hear. Take care.
These people are going to plead their case. I don't care. This is my niece.
Baby Wendy going about 55 miles per hour right there, won't she? So prayers up for Wendy, honey. Prayers up for Wendy, baby, that she gets what she's looking for. I hope they don't. Well, maybe they should move her because she don't like the place that she's staying in now. She's saying it's like a prison. So if they move her, hopefully it's somewhere else where she doesn't feel like she is imprisoned in her own home. That's a sad situation. Shout out to her niece, honey, for stepping in and being there for Wendy. All right, because you know they've been trying to keep her family away from her. Now I see why. Something just seemed hella suspicious about her situation, though. If you ask me, I feel like that Guardian is taking some money, allegedly. That's how I feel. I feel like the Guardian is skimming off the top of that damn money, and they want to keep Wendy drugged up so she don't know what the hell is going on. They want to make it seem like she's out here out of her mind while they're probably giving her some drugs that she probably shouldn't be damn taking, allegedly. And yeah, that's how they're able to do it because they want the American people to think that something's really going on with Wendy. She seemed like she's in her great spirits, and she sounds like she's in her right mind as well when she speaks. She doesn't sound like she's off. You know, she ain't out here saying, "Yeah, we went over here to eat some spaghetti," and yeah, I was sweeping the floor the other day. Like her conversations aren't running together like that. Like she seems to be in her sound mind. So shout out to Wendy for that. Let's continue, child. Okay. Like I was going to get some Girl Scout cookies, and then my niece came over, girl, and we're celebrating, and I don't know what the fuck we're celebrating. Like she ain't talking like that. Like she's just like her conversation is just, you know. All right, so let's get into Miss Jennifer Lewis. I like her, okay, but she explains why she never got married. I saw this. I said I want to talk about it. All right, she is very funny as well. But let's get into Jennifer. I think the last time we talked about Jennifer Lewis is when she took this safari trip, and you guys remember she fell off this really high balcony or something at her place, and she said she was like out there in the dark in the Sahara in the middle of the damn night where like lions, tigers, and bears and oh my and all that shit be out there. She injured her back, she injured herself, and someone had to come and get her. She was afraid. She said she was trying not to, you know, make a lot of noise and scream because she didn't want like animals in the night, child, to be coming in and trying to take her out, child, because she was out there at the Sahara, wherever that shit is, over there in Africa, child, and she fell off of a high balcony and injured her back, and all she could do was lay there. And her friends came looking for her, and they could not find her. She could not scream because she cracked a few ribs as well. Y'all remember we talked about that? I covered that here on my channel. But now she is explaining why she never got married. Okay, let's get into it.
I've never been married. I've been engaged 4 times. And I never walked down the aisle because it turned out that they were just little boys. You know, one was a mama's boy. The other one turned mean. No, he wasn't abusive to me. He was just negative. You know, I would be, well, here we are in the S550. You know, I live, child. I enjoy my success. You know, I'm laid back. You know, the big house, big car. It was all I wanted. So I got it. You dream it, you can get it. So I got it. But anyway, so here we are. We're both young. He's beautiful. He's handsome. I'm cute. No, I'm cute, rich, famous, bitch. I love myself. Anyway, so we all of that black couple, you know, I'm with black men. But anyway, so listen to me. Here's the example of some shit you got to get out of your life. Now, I walk in joy. Y'all looking at me. I love life. I love trees. I can name every tree out there. Every flower, every blade of grass, every grain of sand. I love life. I love this planet. I was going to pay to go to space just so I can look down on this bitch. I love being alive. When you spend 33 years under the covers in dark room, you don't fuck around when you get free. You live Ah, God, you live. Here's the example of why I had to get rid of him. We're driving on a big car. Life is great. And I come up on an Australian tree that I know is extinct. Mm-hmm. But it blooms pink. They're a fucking pink tree. Of course I'm going to acknowledge it. Mm-hmm. So we're driving and I go, oh, that's a pretty tree. Him. You say that about every tree. I was like, well, nigga, you gotta go. The fuck is wrong with you? I've never been married. I've been engaged 4 times.
Y'all hear that?
And
she is so hilarious. I like to see older people have like a little, you know, like a little edge to them, like her. Like she say whatever the hell she want to say. She do have a little potty mouth. I like older people with a potty mouth too. She don't give a hot damn. She's a great actress. For those of you that don't know, baby, she is a great actress. I love me some Jennifer Lewis. Can't nobody tell me nothing about Jennifer Lewis. I think she's been everybody's mama in acting in like every damn movie. Okay, she is something else. I loved her in Preacher's Wife. Y'all know she was Whitney Houston's mom in Preacher's Wife. I loved her in that movie. Oh my God. But she is something else. But she says she's never ever been married, but she's been engaged 4 times. And marriage is not for everybody. I'm gonna say this: marriage is not for everybody. Some people have such a strong presence about them to where they may overpower the other person to where they just might, you know, maybe need to be by themselves. Everybody shouldn't be married. I mean, marriage is not for everybody. But according to her, hey, she hasn't found that one maybe that can kind of mellow her out or mesh with her in a way to where she can it can be her one. So maybe her presence is just too strong to where she just can't have no man around like that. Maybe she just can date and just be okay with that. It seems like she's very independent. She knows what she wants, and she doesn't really want a man coming in and trying to change her. She's an older woman now. She has her own. That could be very intimidating to a man who meets her to say, hey, damn, she got all the shit that she wants. She got all this shit here. You know, what am I bringing to the table? I mean, do I have a voice? Some man might meet her might think, well, damn, I don't have a voice because she has such a strong presence. You know, you got some women that's like that. Like Destiny said, she got big D energy. Sometimes it can be too much, and you drive a man away. A good man too, trying to be the man and the woman from, you know, having that mentality. So, and I'm not trying to tell you to dial back and be a bitch out here, but I'm just saying, if you're a woman, you have to act as such and allow a man to, you know, kind of move and act in his way. In his lane, okay? You can't be in your lane and in his lane too. You can't be the woman and the man. You got to fall back and allow men to be the man. But she has a very strong presence, and she has a very, very strong mouth. So any man that she meets, they got to be a strong person in order to be with her, because they will crack under the pressure, baby. She just looks like she give a man hell. She is a man eater. Any man eaters in my chat, any women got a strong presence about them to where they just a man eater, where any man that you ever meet, you just like they can't tell you jack, you just like, damn. Anybody like that in my chat? We got any women that's man eaters in here? Child, Jennifer Lewis is a man eater. You could just tell. I love her down though. She is a ball of joy. All right, let's move on, honey. Let's move on. I found this other topic I want to talk about. Well, this pastor, honey, this pastor. Cha. All right, so for those of you that may live in this area, you may have heard this on your news in South Memphis. Do we have anybody from Memphis in my chat? Okay, you may have heard about this. We're going to talk about this, all right? And then I pulled the story to actually break it down a little bit more in terms of what really happened. But let's get into it. Pastor Ricky Floyd, you guys, was unalived in a powwowing at a South Memphis bar and restaurant where a woman is charged with voluntary manslaughter. Okay. A pastor, y'all. It says that a beloved leader, friend, mentor, and servant of the city, honey, says that an early morning powwowing at a South Memphis bar left a well-known Memphis pastor unalive Wednesday morning. That was this week, too, guys. It says that the victim was identified by Memphis police as Pastor Ricky Floyd from Pursuit of God Church in Fraser. Okay. It says that Samantha Marion, who is 42 years old, has been arrested and charged with voluntary manslaughter in connection to the incident. Says that the police say that the two were involved in an argument before the powwowing. Okay, so that is her, that's him, of course. Now let me go over to the topic that I pulled up. It's going to get a little bit more into this topic, because I said I want to read a little bit more into this, child, because what led up to all of this? what led up to this, child? Because y'all know I'm nosy, child. I got to know. I got to know, girl. All right, let's get into it because I pulled it. I'm so tired of all these stupid ass, Lord. Okay, oops, let's go back. Shit. All right, so here we go. Close. All right, so we're going to have to deal with some of these ass, baby, because listen. All right, so Memphis pastor Ricky Floyd is pow-powed and unallowed outside of a downtown bar Wednesday, according to police, which they confirm, okay? So as you guys can see there. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and read into it. So Pastor Ricky Floyd, all right, was pow-powed and unalived outside of a downtown bar early Wednesday morning at the Memphis, according to Memphis Police Department. It said that the Memphis Police Department said that officers responded to a pow-powing at 855 Kentucky Street between the Eagle Distributing Company and Mama's Bar and Grill before 1:20 a.m. Says it on Wednesday. Now, the bar owner, Eric Burgos, said that the pow-powing rather, took place in the street and not a parking lot. It says that a man was found unalive outside the bar, and a woman later identified as 42-year-old Samantha Marion was detained. It said that Marion was arrested and charged with voluntary manslaughter later Wednesday morning. Now, an affidavit posted in court documents alleges that Floyd and Marion got into an argument inside the bar. Now, said that Floyd eventually left the bar and Marion left with two other people, Keisha Smith and Stephen Newsom, who were part of the argument. Not sure what they were arguing about, though. It says that while walking outside, they advised that Floyd returned and became irate and aggressive towards all three of them. It says that the affidavit, according to the affidavit. Now, it says that while talking outside, they advised that Floyd returned and became irate and aggressive towards all three of them, according to the affidavit. So the police says that in the affidavit that Floyd could be seen on surveillance footage throwing Marion's phone and then throwing a beer can before getting into his car and driving away. Floyd is the pastor now, okay? Floyd is out here acting like this. Child. Now, Marion walked out into the roadway and appears to be recording his vehicle with her cell phone, according to the affidavit. It said that Floyd stopped his vehicle, exited the vehicle, and walks towards Marion. It said that Smith is seen getting in between them, creating some distance between Marion and Floyd, okay? Marion is the lady that pow-powed and Floyd is the pastor, okay, for those of you following. They said the video then shows Marion walking towards Floyd, who began walking backwards away from her. It says that as he backed away, he is seen falling to the ground and does not get back up after that. That means she pow-powed him. It said that Smith advised that Marion then pow-powed Floyd in the roadway, okay? He does have a street named after him, it appears. All right, it says that Floyd was the senior lead pastor of Pursuit of God Church in Fraser. It said that Floyd was 58 at the time of his unaliving, according to his Facebook page. Now, on behalf of his family, it is with deep sorrow that we announce that the passing of Pastor Ricky D. Floyd, a beloved husband, pastor, community leader, father, and son. Talisha Franklin, the media liaison for Floyd, said in a statement to the church Facebook's page, it says that his unwavering dedication to our community and his profound impact on the lives of those that he touched will be remembered and cherished, okay? Now, arrangements for Floyd's funeral and memorial services are forthcoming, and the church asks for your patience and understanding as we make the necessary arrangements to honor his life and legacy. It says that Memphis leader reacts to Ricky Floyd's unaliving. It says that my heart is more than heavy today as we mourn the tragic loss of Pastor Ricky Floyd to senseless GUN violence, okay, pow violence. Memphis Mayor Paul Young said that on Twitter on Wednesday morning, says that Pastor Floyd was a beloved leader, friend, mentor, and servant to the city. He dedicated his life to lifting up others and guiding countless souls to his wisdom. Well, with his wisdom, I'm sorry. Said that his unaliving is more than a loss for his family and his congregation. It is a loss for Memphis, okay? Did anyone know of this pastor or know of this topic? If you guys live in Memphis, I'm pretty sure you guys did. Okay, there's people outside of looks like that situation. Now they're saying that Reverend Bill Atkins, pastor of Greater Imani Church of Cathedral of Faith in Fraser, was a close friend of Floyd's. It said that when Floyd converted to Christianity from Islam, said that Atkins said that he joined his church. Said that he was a person that we were always proud of. Atkins told the Commercial Appeals in a phone interview, said that Pastor Floyd was a beacon of hope in the Fraser community. Said he did so much for so many. He did many things that so many other churches do not do, as far as going onto the streets, helping the underserved, helping the underprivileged, looking for those that needed guidance, working with the youth in the community, doing everything that he could, helping start businesses. Said his ministry was complete and total on every level for the whole person. Said that it was just a tremendous loss for us to lose him last night. Okay. So it continues. A lot of people are upset about it, but it looks like he got into a huge argument. He stepped in a woman's face and she pow-powed him. I'm not sure what they were arguing about. Is it somebody that he may have been seeing behind the scenes? Because why are you that upset and having that much aggression towards someone else? And you have a wife at home. First of all, why were you out at 1 o'clock in the morning at a bar as a pastor, getting into it with someone? I don't know. It's so many questions. Since I've been reading up on this, I have so many questions about this. Like, not to say that pastors can't have a good time, but 1 o'clock in the morning, 1:30 in the morning, you should be home in bed with your wife, instead of out arguing with said woman. I don't know who this woman was, what her connection or relationship with him was, where he had to be stepping up in her face and arguing with her to the point to where it escalated to where she went to go and grab a pow, and then wound up taking his life. It just sounds like there's a little bit more into this situation than we're not hearing. Okay, that's what it sounds like to me. Because why would you be that angry? Why the aggression? Why? Because people go out all the time and have alcohol, and a person may step on your shoe and you be like, hey man, you stepped on my shoe, whatever. But for it to escalate to the point to where this person is not here anymore, to where this woman felt the need to go to her car and get a pow. Was it somebody he was seeing on the side and she wound up seeing him at the bar and they had words? Like, what is it? How does she know this person enough for that to happen? Because it says that he went outside and the three people followed, and then the conversation kind of escalated into the parking lot. Why is it that you just didn't leave since you walked out of said bar, get into your car and leave? It says that this person said something to him and he ran up in this person's face. You can't run up in everybody's face because you don't know what they're sitting on. That's another thing. Not 2025. No, sir. You can't be running up in people's face. Nowadays, it's not safe to be arguing with people because the least little thing will push a person to pow somebody. We got a lot of trigger happy people, especially with it, being so easy for people to go now and get pow-pows. I mean, whether it's registered or unregistered, it's still a pow in somebody's hand. And you got to be careful when you get into it with people nowadays. That's why I say I don't like to argue. I don't like to argue with people. That ain't my shit. I ain't gonna sit up here and go back and forth with nobody. Hell no. The only place I want to go back and forth is to the fucking bank. I don't want to go back and forth in no arguments and conversation with no one. And that's on period. Because some people are just crazy. Everybody don't want to argue like myself. And obviously this situation ended his life. He has a wife now who is a widow behind this situation of him getting into a public argument with someone and it escalating into him losing his life. He's a pastor. So, OMG, let's get on, child. Oof. I don't know what the connection is here. I'm going to keep reading up because I don't know. I don't know what the connection with this woman and this pastor is. It just gives something is going on. And y'all know I'm nosy, so I'm going to find out, okay? All right, let's see. Okay, so as you guys can see, this is the woman who is being charged, okay? This is the woman who is being charged. Shout out to News 3, Channel 3 News. Says that a woman accused of fatally pow-powing pastor appears in court. Now it says that a woman accused of pow-powing a pastor to being unalived outside of a South Memphis bar early Wednesday was in court for the first time Thursday morning. Okay, so yesterday she had looks like a preliminary hearing maybe. So it said that according to police, Samantha Marion called officers after the pow-powing and admitted to firing the fatal pow-powing. It says that she is now held in jail on a $100,000 bond and is facing a voluntary manslaughter charge. Now, Marion was arraigned in court on Thursday. She requested a public defender who could ask the court to lower her bond at a later time. So that is what she's looking at, getting her bond lowered. So I don't know what the connection is, but this is who the person is that unalived the pastor, okay? She might have been a side chick, child. You never know that. It would not surprise me if I read somewhere that she was a side chick and she got into an argument with him at the bar and it went down like that. Would not surprise me if that's how it really happened, because we hear about it all the time. These pastors have wives and they be out here cheating and doing stuff they shouldn't be doing with other women. We hear about it all the time. That would not surprise me. I'm gonna keep reading up on this though, and when I find out, we're gonna spin the block on it and we're gonna bring it right back here. Okay. We're gonna bring it right back here because I feel like that's what it is. That's some my spidey senses. Hold on. Yeah, my spidey senses is telling me she might be a side chick or somebody that he was dealing with on a personal level or something like that. And she happened to see his ass out while she was with her compadres out there at the bar, and they got into a little argument. Okay, because why else would you be that mad at some random man? I mean, why would you be that mad? So we're gonna find out, child. I'm gonna find out. Oh, I'm gonna find out, honey. My Memphis people, if y'all in my chat and y'all know about it, y'all drop a bug in my ear or go on, child, over there in my DMs, hit me in the DM and let me know, or email me at caremarreal75gmail.com and let a girl know, because I want to know. I want to know. All right, so let's get into our last topic because I got to get off here, honey. I got a call coming up and I gotta handle my business. So let's get into our last and final topic. As you guys may know, Nene Leakes, honey, has her own talk show, I'm hearing. Okay. That's what it said, girl. That's what it had said. So she sits down with Carlos, irritating king, because that's exactly what his ass is, irritating to the highest level of irritation. Okay. And Carlos is giving out advice that he don't take himself. All right, so we're gonna talk about it because I'm just like, sir. He is sitting. This is like his second interview that he's had with Nene. All right, so Nene Leakes says that new reality stars aren't being authentic on camera. What y'all think? I don't think that anybody on Love and Marriage Huntsville is being authentic. The whole time that Melody Cherie was on the show, I feel like she was the only authentic one because she shared her personal life in terms of her divorce, what she was dealing with her child custody case, and all the personal stuff that she was dealing with. The fact that she was dealing with having anxiety attacks and all of this behind Martell and all the stuff, with the side baby Ariane, all of this. She shared all of her personal stuff, but everybody else sat on their stuff, and Carlos allowed that. So now you're sitting here and you're agreeing with Nene as she's saying that people on reality stars don't share their authentic lives on camera. When you don't make your people who are on your reality shows, Carlos, do that as well. You don't make them share their lives. So let's get into what is said here.
What happened to reality TV now, and I would love to get your thoughts. Social media has ruined it because some, not all, some of the reality stars play up to the camera.
They do.
Play up to their fans. Play up to the people, to the comments, and they now feel the need to just.
They're not being their authentic selves.
You said it.
And that's one of the things that I said to myself season 1 when I started. I said to myself, if I don't be myself, this is not going to work. Because maybe my first couple of weeks of shooting, I didn't feel like I was being myself. And once I became myself, that was the best thing I could have done for me, because that's when the fans really loved me, just me being me. You really have to be your authentic self. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Everything is produced. You can't come in and have a fake boyfriend. You can't come and have a fake life. None of that works. If your life isn't going good, then show that, because there's always someone that can relate to that,
What happened to reality TV now?
Y'all agree? I agree. Nene, I feel like, was being her authentic self. Now, she was a little messy. A lot of people said they didn't like Nene because she was a mean girl. And I feel like Nene was giving her life. What you saw on TV with Nene is what you saw. When she dealt with her kids, when Greg was alive, when she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta, she was going off on her son. When you find your damn mind, you let me know. Like that mama. She was like that mama on TV. She didn't give a damn about no cameras. She didn't give a damn about no cameras. Hell, she divorced Greg right there on national television and told everybody his ass had to sign a prenup in order for them to get married again. Nene read the girls down. She called them on their mess. She even talked about, and I feel like that was a little subliminal shot at Kenya Moore for having a fake boyfriends, because y'all know Kenya every season had a different man. We was like, who is this person? Like, where's Walter from last season? She went from Walter to Matt. Y'all remember Matt with his crazy ass that bust the windows out of her damn. He was on his Jasmine Sullivan bullshit and bust her windows out of her damn house and out of her car and everything else up over there. Every season she had a new man, and we were just looking like, what is this? So shout out to Nene for being her authentic self, because she did bring some authenticity to the TV screens. And I like that. A lot of people do miss her on the show, Real Housewives of Atlanta, because they said she did bring a lot. She pretty much was the show at one point. when she wound up leaving the show because of the lawsuit that she filed against Bravo and their entities. That did kind of put her in a position to where she could not be on the show anymore, and they had to bring in all these newbies, and a lot of people like, we don't want to see this shit, like we don't care. You guys gotta give props to the OGs of Real Housewives of Atlanta. You may not like Kim Zolciak, but Kim Zolciak did mesh well with Nene Leakes, with Sheree Whitfield, Kim being on there. Hell, I even liked it when what's the other girl that was on there? Like the OGs, like the older ones on the show. Kenya was in there as well. She was a part of that clique as well. Y'all know they brought Candy, and Candy was hit or miss. Some stuff with Candy was good. Some stuff with Candy was kind of boring. I was kind of tired of Mama Joyce always jumping into stuff. But then she was kind of like the Wanda of Love and Marriage Huntsville, where she kind of, they always have that mama with the most mouth that could kind of help Candy carry on her storyline as well as Wanda was helping carry Tisha and Marceau's storyline on Love and Marriage Huntsville, because they didn't really have shit going on. But anyway, I feel like the show was at its best when Nene was on the show. I mean, you can't deny that. You really can't deny that. Hell, as much as people say they hate it and they don't really fool with Nene like that, I would like to see Nene back on the show, because I feel like she was funny as hell. She read the girls down, and she could check a bitch. I mean, the one person that did come on there and check her real good was Claudia Jordan. Y'all remember Claudia was on there that season, honey. Claudia read Nene for filth. I said, we might have somebody that can go neck and neck with Nene, because y'all know Claudia is a reader, honey. Claudia is a reader and a dragger, and she did kind of handle Nene in that episode. I ain't gonna hold you, Nene. And I like you, Nene, but Claudia read your ass down right there. Okay. But what y'all think about that? Y'all want to see Nene back on Real Housewives of Atlanta? I think that's what it needs, because according to the ratings I was looking at, and I pulled them the other day, they're saying that the ratings for Real Housewives of Atlanta for the first opening season of this season 16 was not where it needed to be, that the ratings were lower than expected. So they need something to give them that extra push, Do I feel like Phaedra can do it? Probably not. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that Phaedra will do well or do better than she did on Married to Medicine. I think this is her stumping ground, being on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Real Housewives of Atlanta is her stumping ground. She's comfortable with these girls. Most of the girls she knows. Married to Medicine, she was like a fish out of water. She was like a fish out of water over there. She definitely needed to leave that show. But in terms of people showing their authenticity on the show, I really do feel like that what Nene was saying is actual factual. Melody shared her life and her private, things that she was going through, and that really catapulted her into being the star that she is right now. A lot of women could identify with her life and what she went through, because you have a lot of women who've been divorced, a lot of women who are going through child custody cases, a lot of women who could identify with, another woman coming in and messing with their man, or maybe having a side chick and this woman having a baby with their husband. Women can identify with that because that's real life situations. So with her sharing that, I feel like a lot of people appreciated that more so with Melody. I feel like a lot of people, a lot of women say, oh wow, I see her as being I'm a fan of her, because she's able to share that. And even though it's embarrassing, she was able to open up and give that part of her life to people, and to see how she bounced back from losing everything and starting her entire life over in terms of her businesses and dissolving all the businesses that she started out with and rebuilding. That was a huge applaud for her, and other Black women sitting back looking at that to say, hey, if she can do it, so can I. If she can start all the way over, hey, so can I. If God can bless her to be, happy again and to find her niche and to get away from this person who pretty much had his thumb on her and making her this depressed woman, where she was trying to keep her family together for peace sake, and then she finally found the strength within herself to walk away, that's applaudable. So she was able to grow her fan base from people being able to identify with the woman that she was and what she was sharing. So yes, honey, being authentic can take you a long way, especially if you're on reality TV, because you never know who's watching you and who can identify with what you're going through. If you're going through a divorce, talk about it. If you're going through some type of pain, talk about it. If you went through being essayed as a child, you never know who's watching that show that can say, hey, I went through that too. Like, dang, you helped me in that situation by sharing your story. Okay. And that goes for anyone else with a platform. Share your life, share your story. Okay. I've shared some things about myself as well. And I hope that, my life or my story could help someone or help someone out of a situation as well by watching me. You just never know what you share with the person that can help them, because everybody's going through something. Everybody, big or small, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're in a position to help someone, to share your story. You share that story. If you've been on drugs before, talk about how you got out of that situation, because there's somebody out there that's trying to get through that. So you never know with telling your story that could help somebody say, hey, you know what? They did that. They got off drugs. Hell, I've been trying to get off drugs for years. I'm going to try that. Maybe that can help me. You know, you just never, ever know. You just never, never know. So I said I read. Let me look at some comments right quick. Let's go to some comments. Okay. All right. So Ice Bless. Is it Lee Bless? I'm sorry. It's my Ice Bless. Lee Bless says that I read allegedly that they said that the same women that he apologized to his wife to cheated with, says that that was a member. Let me go back. It says I read allegedly they said that she is the same woman he apologized to his wife to cheating with. That was a member. Hold on now. It says that they said that his son walked out after the announcement the Sunday before the unalive. So this was a woman who was messing with him, huh? I felt that in my spirit, though. Okay, Ice, Lee Bless. I don't want to call you Ice. Lee Bless, thanks for putting that up there, because I kept saying I feel in my spirit that this woman has some type of personal connection with him in terms of why this happened. I'm gonna read up more. I'm gonna pull up this situation. I'm gonna read up a little bit more. They said that she put resolve in my vocabulary. Okay, all right. Desiree Johnson says, hey, Sierra says, love you, girl. I love you back. I love you back. Okay. Thank you so much for being here and joining the live. Okay. And being in the chat. I love you back. All right. Much love to you back. Catherine Barnhill says that yes, Nene needs to come back. Yeah, I like Nene. Somebody said, no, you don't want Nene back. It's hit or miss. It's a catch-22. You got some people who are fans and who rock with Nene like that. They love Nene. And you got some people like, girl, no, I ain't fucking with Nene like that. Okay, somebody said that Claudia ate Nene up, child. She did True TV podcast. She really did. I was like, oh my God, who is this person coming in here and reading her down, reading Nene down? Even Nene was shocked. Nene was like, okay. But it wasn't shit she could say because Claudia read her ass for filth. I was like, oh my God, Claudia, girl, you coming in here and reading the girls down. Okay, Sweet Essence says that Nene back with Bravo now, says that she is in a subtle way. And she told Carlos King, said that when he tried to speak on something in discussion, says I cannot remember the topic though. Oh, okay. It would be nice to see her back with Bravo. I think she's trying to behind the scenes work on some things, and she's trying to repair her friendship with Andy Cohen as well. I did see that somewhere else as well. So who knows? Who knows? They may. I think they said something about she dropped a lawsuit against Bravo and what's the other thing? The entertainment company that owns Bravo as well. So I think they said she dropped some stuff with that lawsuit. So it may be that she could come back. We never know. Alicia Murray says that she needs to go and do her own thing. Says that she was always the boss. Yeah. Nene was one of the people who actually brought Real Housewives of Atlanta to the damn show. So, you know, I don't know. I would like to see a lot of the old school girls come back because I think that's what a lot of people miss in terms of the show. Okay. What's it like? Lisa Wu. I like Lisa Wu. Y'all remember when Lisa Wu was on there? The show was really good when Lisa Wu and all the girls were on the show. Like they really brought it. I missed that. I ain't gonna hold it. These new girls, I'm like, I don't even know who you are, what you doing here. Like I can't get with this. I cannot get jiggy with this new season. And I like it. I like Shamia. Of course, we know Portia. Of course, you know, In and Out is gonna be Kenya Moore, and then they have as a friend of course, Cynthia Bailey is a friend of this season too. But I'm just like, I don't know, y'all. I'm trying to hang in there. But let's continue. Scorpion Miss says that he allowed Dust Mite to come back with no storyline 2 times and let the Scots play in our faces. Yeah. Cassandra D says that Kenya met her match with Matt. Oh gosh, she did. Matt is crazy. I told y'all about another post that I pulled up too, where Matt was dating this girl. I want to say it was out in, was it in Las Vegas? I think it was, where he got into a physical altercation with this woman and he jumped on her. And she pressed charges on him. So Matt is crazy. Matt is crazy. So he ain't just nut up and be crazy on Kenya. He was crazy too with this other girl. And she was a white girl. And yeah, she called the police. So y'all know her when the white girls called the police on us. Yeah, he's probably gonna have some charges on him. All right. So Alicia Murray says that Nene says that you are just coming back to watch the company that you keep. Yep, you gotta watch the company you keep, honey. Okay, let's see. Alicia Murray again says that you should use your own discernment in your decision making. That's facts, okay? Darlene Mungum said, Jesus hold the wheel. I know that's right. Cassandra D says that Nene did pretty well on the podcast. Says that I skipped past Carlos Queen and listened to her and Michelle A.T. Ellen. I like Michelle A.T. Ellen too. Yep. Yep. I'm gonna have to look at the entire podcast to see how it hits. All right. Darlene Mungum also said True TV podcast says a girl I procure at least 5 boxes. Oh, y'all talking about something else. Let me get out y'all business, child. Let's get out your business, girl. All right. Full Armor says that the people are saying that he had been dating her for years and the wife knew about it. That's a good perspective. Okay. Y'all talking about the pastor, honey. I kept saying there's a personal connection here. It's a personal connection here, because why did it escalate like that? Why he arguing with her like that? You shouldn't have that much aggression towards a woman that you don't know like that. So that makes sense. That makes sense. Follow Me Black TV says, good morning. Says, I read a news article that the woman who compiled the pastor was the bitch. See, y'all, we here. Damn. I knew we was here. I knew it was something else. Okay, I knew it. I told you my spirit was telling me. They said, especially if you put the Thin Mints in the fridge. Y'all talking about the Girl Scout cookies. I can't fool the Girl Scout cookies. I cannot. Purple Unicorn said that the mints are so good. Y'all talking about them damn cookies. Y'all better lay off them damn cookies now. All right? Y'all better lay off them cookies. I don't want no slow singing and flower bringing over no damn Girl Scout cookies now. True TV Podcast said, I got something from my daughter. Y'all still talking about them damn cookies? Oh, my God. Lot. All right. Says the Memphis people... Somebody said Memphis people be off the chain. Yeah, Memphis people be about it, baby. Memphis people be about it. Do y'all hear me? Memphis people, y'all in my chat, and the Memphis people in my chat, y'all be about it, child. Almost like the Baltimore people, honey. Baltimore, they don't play like that either. My Baltimore people and my Memphis people, y'all be about it, girl. Y'all. Okay? Y'all be ready to go there, baby. Y'all would take somebody out of here without a thought, okay? Period. Y'all. Oh, God. Cha. Somebody said they spent $50 on the Girl Scout cookies. Oh, my God, child. Ooh, girl, get a refund, Lord. Get a refund, child. Ooh, child. Let's see. This is all over Memphis news. I bet it is. It happened in Memphis. It better be on the Memphis news, child. I'm going to read up on it some more because I want to know what's going on, child. It said, said no to a pitch and chiller. Child, what is y'all talking about? Snatched by Diego. What is you talking about? It says, going to my corner. Sorry, ladies. You need to be in the corner because Diego, you stay acting up. Okay. I know you said some stuff you probably shouldn't have said in this damn chat because you always do. And I'll still love you down. All right. Cassandra D says that it takes a strong-minded man that can check you behind in a tactful manner. And says that then you come to yourself, says eyes wide open. It's not about you anymore in a real relationship. I like that. Come on in here. Yeah. We'll take that. We'll take it. We'll take that chat. Let's see. Alicia Murray said that wow, you never know what people are going through. Absolutely. Okay. Ham Sandwich says that I know a few man eaters, says that don't mention nothing good about your man around them. Okay. Nivea said don't mess with my man, honey. I'm gonna be the one to bring it to you. Y'all know the song. Nicole Davis says that I used to be until I was called out, says that I was unaware that I was a man eater. Ooh, okay. So that brought you full circle, honey. When somebody called you, I said, girl, don't be no man eater. Cassandra says she's definitely a man eater. I hope that they're happy. Yeah. Diego, really? Diego. I cannot with you. Okay. Queen T says that I absolutely loved her and what's love got to do with it. Yep. And Tina Turner's mother. Yeah. She was. She played, I'm telling you, she was everybody's mama in several movies. Okay. Jennifer Lewis was everybody's mama, child. She was. I didn't like her as Tina Turner's mama, though, in the movie, because y'all know she was on some other shit. I didn't like when she called Ike and told Ike where Tina was with the kids. I ain't like all that because Ike done gave the woman a house and all that and helped her out and gave her a little money. I ain't like her as the mama in there, but I did like her as Preacher's wife, Whitney Houston's mama and Preacher's wife. She was good right there. All right. Let's see. You have to be ready for marriage and make sure you know. Absolutely. Said her sister and I belong to the same church. Okay. Joyce McClain. All right. Okay. All right then. Okay. It says that she has to say, because I kept paving the way for her happiness, not the men that she was engaged to. Okay. I think y'all having a personal conversation. Said Jennifer Lewis is very talented. Yep. Says Jennifer Lewis is a hard pill to swallow. Yes, honey. Yes. I see a lot of y'all like Jennifer Lewis. She's a nice person. She just got that mouth on her, honey. That can drive a good man away. They be like, "Oh, girl, you too much. I can't take that. You too much for me, honey. You too much woman for me." You don't want no man saying that, honey. If you want a good man, you got to fall back a little bit. Don't have too much energy, child, to where you run a good man off. All right. But that's all our topics for today, y'all. I hope you enjoyed the show this morning. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Let me take that down. Do we have any super stickers or super chats this morning? If you guys gave any, thank you guys so much for that. Okay. Y'all know when I'm talking and I'm going through my topics. A lot of times I don't see it. But let's get out of here. Thank you to my mods, Bill Wilson, KBR Tyra, and Scorpion Miss. Thank you to my backup mods, Rose Armstead and Truth TV Podcast. Y'all do such an awesome job. Thank y'all so much for doing a good job. Thank you to my Caramelians for joining the chat. All 460 something of you guys this morning. Thank y'all for coming over. Please don't forget to hit the like button to support the video and keep it in algorithm. Thank you for my content creators joining this morning. Sunny Days. Thank you so much, Truth TV Podcast. Thank you, Purple Unicorn, Dear Retalk Show, Missy Hills ATL, Boss Lady Bryn, Girlfriend Chronicles, Love Seeing Her. Do we have any more mods? Please put it in the chat. Let me know, because I've seen some names that look like they may be content creators, but I don't know. Please let me know. Thank you so much. Carol Sweet says, great commentary. Thanks, everyone. Put it in the chat. Content creators, let me know. Do we have any other content creators in the chat, or mods rather, so that we can give them some recognition before we get out of here? Going once, going twice. Any more content creators? Any more? I'm gonna wait just a little bit because I want to give you guys. Okay. Follow Me Black TV. Thanks for being here in the building. Y'all follow Me Black TV. I knew that was a new name that I saw. It looked like a content creator, but I didn't know. But Follow Me Black TV. You guys check them out as well. Okay. Thanks for joining the live. Any more? If nobody else, y'all, we're gonna get out of here. Okay. If nothing else, again, like the video, share the video, and subscribe. All right. Yes, tell them about Caramel up over here. Y'all come on up over here and let's get this T. All right. If nothing else, baby, let's go.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity.